Ready. 280. 11.
They'll run on first down. Johnson, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hold for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Alert. Smooth. You ready?
From the 24, Stafford, this complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second and 9, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jordan Jenkins gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Let's go, defense. All right. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go one more. Check. 53. Hey. Check. 53. Mike. 40 got.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down, Stafford, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Check. Omaha, ready to move. 59. Hey, Delta. Look at right there.
Back to throw, Stafford. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Lions 7, Jets 0.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Darnold. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
After the penalty, it's Bell. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get the ball.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
51. Keep it up, lady. Keep it up, guys. Go, Mike.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check 53. I got it.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Lions 14, Jets nothing.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Bell. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Coming to you.
Back to throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Jones the one who picked it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Johnson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He'll air it out deep for top, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to hit you.
Topper!
fake on the give here as they try to... And as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they are going for it. Darnold, open man is Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A first down throw, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Ficken's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Right here. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert. Man, 80. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Drill right, 22. Check 3. Hey, check 22.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, hey, 70. Let's go,
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Caught by Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
53 to Mike. 53. Check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing again at Stafford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, Stafford.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Undercut. 10. 57.
Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 29 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
Darnold from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That's good for Jets.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
50-50. Middle.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down, Detroit.
50 set. Yellow 80. It's just me and you.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
Jordan Jenkins on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Like 7. Hey, go here.
Mike.
Zebra.
Get in the weight room. Big Ed.
25. Check. Takes 3. 218.
Stafford going to throw it. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Sam Martin to kick off for Detroit.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
Here we go.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long.